When you have a spiritual awakening, there's a lot of things that people don't talk about. People don't talk about how when your life changes like that, there's a sense of sadness that happens. People also don't talk about how when you have your spiritual awakening, you still have to be human. Nobody talks about the fact that you still have to do human people things or lifey life things like make dinner. Nobody talks about how you feel sad because your life has completely changed. That you're no longer asleep at the wheel. What's really, really challenging also is how people, places, and things are suddenly no longer in alignment with you. Your friendships change. Your employer could change. Your relationships change. How you see everything around you changes. Nobody talks about how sad that is. Everybody's like, oh, it's love and light, and we're like unicorn rainbows and farts over here. I mean, it's fantastic. Hi, come join us. Look, my ascension happened at an incredibly young age. I think I was just kind of born into it, honestly, because I've always been different. However, that doesn't change the fact that even though I was born this way, I have had spiritual experience after spiritual experience after spiritual experience where I am in a constant state of transmuting energy and ascending simultaneously, repeatedly, over and over and over. It's like my superpower. Anywho, back to nobody talks about how sad it is. So I was outside having a conversation with Spirit about what am I supposed to do next? And Spirit keeps saying, well, I mean, you're supposed to be talking about your story. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But shouldn't I be doing some tarot cards? Shouldn't I be demonstrating my abilities by being like a medium? Shouldn't I be doing this, that, and the other? And they're like, yeah, no, that's not what we're asking you to do. We're telling you, tell your story. And I'm like, but I don't want to talk to my story because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. For a little bit of context, I grew up in a time where my type of people, we were hunted by the dark forces. And I know a lot of people don't like talking about like that, but I'm telling you, it's real. We were hunted. So we stayed quiet. Anywho, so as I was sitting out there having my conversation, telling Spirit, yeah, I'm kind of afraid. They're like, yeah, you can't back down now. We have worked diligently for a year to pull you into a space where you are going to align with the stars and the universe and all that is glorious to do the thing because there are people who need to hear the story. The reason being is that there are a tribe of people out there who are experiencing something that nobody can help them with except for me because I've been doing this for 40 plus fucking years. See what I'm saying? I love it when Spirit kicks my ass like that. Don't you? And then quiet. And I felt sad because I realized once I tell everything, everything will change forever. Nobody talks about how sad that is when we are moving from that space of letting go of the old so that we can step into the new. And I think we should talk about that more, because it's kind of like a good thing to grieve. However, we should not ever stay in the past because it's comfortable. Nor should we stay in a space or an energy that is not meant for us, that keeps us from our ascension simply because it's comfortable. Spirit said to me a couple days ago via YouTube, if you want to have the things that you want, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, this is my way of getting uncomfortable. I'm sharing my feelings. For all you astrology folks out there, it's a big deal for me to share my emotions. Sag Sun, Scorpio Moon, Capricorn Rising, Lilith in the 3rd house, Aries. Not a fan of sharing emotions. What was your story like when you ascended? What was your spiritual awakening like? Share in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you're grieving, shed the tears, because it's good for your soul. Shoot for the stars, follow the moon, know that you're loved. Go make some dinner.